Where have all the men gone? According to new data, prime working age American men are dropping out of the labor force. They're not in school, they're not working, they're not looking for a job, they are doing nothing. So says the Bureau of Labor Statistics in a new report saying roughly 7 million prime working age American men, such ages 25 to 54, have essentially given up. That comes to almost 11% of prime age men. If you add unemployed men, it's closer to 1 in 7. For comparison, in 1954, just 1 in 40 prime age men were doing nothing. Now it is 1 in 7. The collapse is worst among men without a college degree, blue collars, who have been savaged by government destroying manufacturing with environmental and other regulations and mandates, along with sweetheart trade deals that give Wall Street, pharma, and Hollywood privileged access to other countries in return for selling American manufacturing down the river. As one Brookings scholar put it in the article, quote, "They used to graduate with a high school education and have good, stable jobs, but now their towns have become ghost lands." Of course, it probably didn't help importing 10 million illegals, 10 million plus, who, as I mentioned in a recent video, have replaced native-born workers working cheap, paying no tax, it's all under the table, and sending the rest back home. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained.com. Washington has spent decades gutting America's blue-collar workers. Of course, it's been a bipartisan affair, a uniparty project, if you will, with Democrats and Republicans united to sell the family jewels in trade deals and deliver dirt-cheap workers for their donors. Trump and Vance have, to their credit, been sounding the alarm for years now. Alas, they are up against the uniparty. So China ends up getting blamed for the uniparty destruction. I mean, China's ruthless, as are we, but the destruction of blue-collar workers was made in Washington, with politicians, donors, activists, and unions uniting as one to make it all but impossible to produce anything in America. The metaphor I like is we salted our fields, and then when people try to buy from the neighbors, we want to salt their fields too. So maybe we should stop doing that. As for what's next, if Trump wins, tariffs and deportations will at best buy time. What's needed to reverse the blue-collar collapse is a wholesale retreat of Washington from micromanaging American manufacturing, energy, and blue-collar production into oblivion. Trump had a very good start cutting red tape. He repealed, it turned out, 7 regulations for every new one, and he cut business and income taxes, which give production less reason to leave. Still, it was window dressing compared to the scale of the problem. I mentioned in a recent video that per-worker regulations in manufacturing literally cost more than the salary, while environmental ruses wipe out entire industries, farmers being the next front. Changing this won't be simple because special interests spent a lot of money buying it, and they'll spend a lot of money defending it. Democrats will deploy lawfare as they did under Trump, serving big business who quite likes cheap Chinese stuff and the market access they get in return. And of course, they don't actually have to live in those ghost towns left behind. So even if Trump wins, it's moving a mountain, and if, God forbid, Cackles wins, in that case, expect great swaths of our beautiful republic to become yet more ghostlands. A new episode of the podcast just dropped. Check it out at peterstadons.com or wherever you enjoy your podcasts. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.